Jake didn't sleep that night. Not after the phone call, not after opening that file, and definitely not after seeing his own name highlighted in red. The file was called Project Collapse. At first, he thought it was just another internal document, maybe a data issue, maybe a mistake. But the more he looked, the more something felt wrong. There were hidden logs, strange timestamps, and one name that kept appearing again and again. X47. Jake had never seen that user before, but somehow it had access to everything. He closed his laptop slowly. His mind was racing. What was Project Collapse? Was it a data breach, a secret operation, or something much worse? He didn't have the answer yet. But one thing was clear. He was already involved, and there was no easy way out. The next morning, Jake walked into the office. Everything looked the same. The lights, the desks, the quiet sound of keyboards. But something felt different. People were acting strange. Some avoided eye contact. Others whispered as he walked by, "Is he still here? I thought he was done." Jake heard them. Every word. But this time, he didn't react. Because now, he understood something important. This was no longer just a workplace. This was a game. And someone was watching him. Instead of going to his desk, Jake turned left. He walked straight toward the boss's office. His steps were slow, but steady. No hesitation, no fear. At least, not on the outside. He knocked once. "Come in." Jake opened the door and stepped inside. Then he closed it behind him and locked it. The small clicking sound filled the room. The boss finally looked up. Now, he was paying attention. "I know about X47, Jake said calmly. The room went silent. Jake took a step closer. "There was a data transfer at 2:13 a.m., he continued. "A hidden user accessed the system, and Daniel was there." The boss didn't respond. His face remained calm. Too calm. Jake reached into his pocket and placed a USB drive on the desk. "I copied everything." For a moment, nothing happened. Then, suddenly, Jake's phone vibrated. He looked down and froze. The screen displayed a message: "Access revoked. Employee status terminated." Jake's heart skipped a beat. "What is this?" he asked. The boss leaned forward slightly. His voice was quiet, but sharp. "You just crossed a line." Jake took a step back. His mind was spinning. This wasn't a conversation anymore. This was a trap. A quiet alarm started ringing somewhere in the background. Not loud, but enough to feel dangerous. Jake turned toward the door. He tried the handle. Locked. From the outside, his chest tightened. "What are you doing?" he demanded. The boss stood up slowly. "You wanted the truth," he said. "Now, you're part of it." Suddenly, Jake's laptop turned on by itself. The screen lit up. Files began to open automatically. Reports, logs, financial data, all of them connected to one name: Jake Turner. "No, this isn't real," Jake whispered. But deep down, he understood. Someone was building a case against him. Someone was setting him up. "They're framing me," he said. The boss didn't deny it. A few hours later, an emergency meeting was called. Everyone was there. The atmosphere was tense. The boss stood at the front of the room. He slammed his hand on the table. "Who is responsible for this failure?" No one spoke. Then Daniel slowly stood up. "Jake," he said. All eyes turned. Jake stood up, calm, focused. But inside, everything was shaking. A large screen behind him lit up. A report appeared. Corrupted data, missing shipments, financial loss. $12.4 million. "Explain," the boss said. Jake looked at the screen. Then, he smiled. "Play the hidden layer," Jake said. The room went quiet. "What are you talking about?" someone asked. Jake pointed at the screen. "There's a second data stream," he said. "It's hidden, but it's still there." The boss narrowed his eyes. "Do it." A technician hesitated, then clicked. The screen flickered. For a moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly, a hidden log appeared. User, X40, Sept, HS. Daniel, time, 2:13 da manhã. The room exploded with noise. "What is that? That's impossible." Daniel's expression changed. For the first time, he wasn't smiling. Security rushed into the room, but they didn't go to Jake. They went to Daniel. "Step away from the system," one of them said. Daniel laughed, slowly, calmly. Then he clapped his hands once. "Finally," he said. Everyone froze. "You figured it out," Daniel said, looking at Jake. "But not everything." He turned toward the boss. "And do you really think you're in control?" The room fell silent again. Daniel leaned closer. "Check your system," he said. "Right now." The boss turned to his computer. He typed quickly. Then suddenly, he stopped. His face changed. "What did you do?" he asked. Daniel smiled. Phase 2. At that exact moment, every screen in the building turned black. Then a message appeared. Target updated. Primary. Jake. Secondary. Executive level. Monitoring. Active. Jake felt a cold wave run through his body. This wasn't over. It was just beginning. Narrator. Slow. Clear. Jake was framed. He was pushed to the edge. And he almost lost everything. But instead of giving up, he fought back. And now, he's no longer just a victim. He's inside the system. But here's the real question. Who is really behind X-47? And when Phase 2 begins, will Jake expose the truth, or will he become the next name? Highlighted in red,